Bar Stool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker, Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Monday, March 4th. We are live from Chicago. And what do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Well, Mark, I'm going to flip it.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to flip it.
Okay.
Spin it and reverse it. I can't remember the Missy Elliott verse. Flip it. What'd she do to it?
Is
flip
it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
I'm going to flip it and reverse it.
Okay.
What does that mean? I'm going to... Okay.
I don't know. Was she talking about her ass? She's talking about like
ass or her pussy,
like
right?
riding a penis?
I think so.
I'm going to flip. Is that what it...
I'm going to flip it and reverse it. Mark, what do you want to talk about?
Whoa. What, I'm gonna switch it up. Like the Will Smith song, switch, turn around and flip it. Is that the lyric?
I don't think anybody listened to Switch by Will Smith.
I just heard it the other day when I walked.
Switch. That was a...
It was a terrible song. I walked into some store the other day.
Switch was a good movie, though, Will Smith.
Was that the name of his song?
Yeah, Switch was.
Thinking of Hitch.
I'm thinking of Hitch.
You're thinking of Hitch.
Yeah.
The movie was Hitch.
Good movie.
The song was Switch.
Solid movie. You're thinking of getting jiggy with it.
I'm gonna switch and throw it back to you and ask you, what do you want to talk about?
Got him.
I'm reminded
of
a young Arantxa Sanchez Vicario circa 1990 when a blistering Monica Seles serve would come towards her and she would just go whap and she would return serve right back to Monica Seles. You being Monica Seles, what do you want to talk about?
I just got stabbed in the leg and
well, she got stabbed in the back. So
and I'm going to need to take a timeout for a second and think through this. I don't know. We can talk about
All right, let's name a subject on 3. 1, 2, 3.
LeBron James. Who's better, Caitlin Clark or LeBron James? If they played each other one-on-one.
Scoring in college.
If they played each other one-on-one right this second, who do you got? Now, you got to think about it. Think about it. Don't answer quickly. Take the time.
So, Caitlin Clark has never won an NBA dunk contest.
Correct.
But neither has LeBron James.
Neither has LeBron James. Caitlin Clark, in case you missed it, folks, passed Pete Maravich's record of scoring
the most points.
Now, that record's down.
Yeah.
It's gone. She's taken it. Now, she still has a path. Now, this is going to be hard, but there's still time left. There's a belief out there in women's college basketball that she could break Michael Phelps' gold medal record. I think Joe DiMaggio's hitting streak is out of reach.
I don't think she has enough games left.
She doesn't have enough games left.
Yeah.
She's just simply, I think she's going to run out of time on that one. But she is just ripping through these record books, right? Like, let's find another record for her to break.
Well, they do keep creating records for her to break.
Gus Johnson.
What could she break next?
Watching that game yesterday, the graphic pops up. Caitlin Clark sets the all-time score. Like, we talked about it on Friday, which is like, this was not they're two different sports, but whatever. Let's for the theatrics, she breaks Pistol Pete's record. And Gus Johnson, the graphic pops up. Fox is like jizzing their pants because they've been waiting for this for a while.
Yeah.
Gus Johnson immediately just rips off like 4 more records of like guys who played NAIA basketball in the 50s.
Yeah.
like names that no one has ever heard of. And he's like, no, of course, there was a guy. There was a guy who played at this tiny-ass school who scored 7,000 points. We don't know if Caitlin will catch him.
No, we're going into Al Capone's vault at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, we found a new record. We found a new record for her to go after. Tune in next week as she plays Minnesota and goes after Concordia College Jim Banks, his record.
Jim Lefty Banks, of course, in 1846.
Yes.
Once scored 94 points.
This record actually predates basketball.
Will she break it? We don't know. Tune in next time.
All right.
To find out.
A few things on this. Number one, breaking a all-time scoring record on a technical foul free throw is just the highest form of bullshit. She broke the other one on like a 40-foot three, right?
Yeah.
She should have had to break all of them.
She tried. She pulled up from deep.
And she said, "Fuck it, I'll flop and get to the line."
Yeah. By any means necessary, I will break this record.
Um,
Flopping my way to the free throw line.
Now, my second point about Caitlin Clark, LeBron James.
Look, I'm gonna stop. I know that you want to do this, but I think I'm gonna step in and stop you because I have some things I want to get off my chest for. Is that okay? I don't do this often, but I want to.
Yeah.
Because the thing about Caitlin Clark to me. So, Caitlin Clark, right?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is Caitlin Clark. We'll all agree on that, right?
Yes.
But for me, the Caitlin Clark of it all, with Caitlin Clark, is Caitlin Clarking at a level that Caitlin Clark can only Caitlin Clark. Now, you're saying to yourself, sure, Caitlin Clark, but LeBron James. But Caitlin Clark, and this is true, you can look this up. Caitlin Clark's in a Caitlin Clark fashion. Now Taylor Swift, yes, but Caitlin Clark's.
Can I throw something
Your
in there?
thoughts?
Sydney Sweeney.
Damn, fuck, I didn't think about that.
So Caitlin Clark, your contention is that Caitlin Clark's as well as anybody
as well as any Caitlin Clark is ever Caitlin Clark. And
she has the inherent advantage of being Caitlin Clark.
She is Caitlin Clark.
So the Caitlin Clarkness of her, Caitlin Clark's every Caitlin Clark out there.
Right. I don't think that's I don't think that's disputable. I think you start there, and we can argue about LeBron James.
Yeah.
And Caitlin Clark and Jake from State Farm, but for me,
once more, I gotta say Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, I just don't know about that. I think it's Caitlin Clark, dude. I think it is. Did we do it? Did we do the perfect?
That the
is
segment?
that the perfect sports?
There's our sports
segment?
enemy right there. We're kind of making fun of people just talking about Caitlin Clark just for the sake of it, but I'm kind of addicted to tweeting about Caitlin Clark. I'm kind of addicted when she does, because listen, she is a phenomenal basketball player, just a terrific basketball player. But last month, she did that stupid-ass bullshit with the court storming.
It's always Ohio State.
Where she went and got that attention.
Ohio State lives rent-free in Caitlin Clark.
And then yesterday, she's walking across the court. She sees an Ohio State player. She just goes and puts her chest right up in the Ohio State player. Just here's my chest. Bang. And I was like, what? Get this chest off of me. Mm-hmm. And then Caitlin Clark's, whoa, I've been shot. You want me to do that again?
Yeah.
Whoa. I've been shot, and
trying to sell automobiles at a great price.
Right.
Act now, folks.
And then the ref just like storms in like it's the beaches of Normandy with the whistle and says, "Oh, technical foul, go get your record." But I love tweeting about her because immediately you've got 200 quote tweets and just everybody, every man, woman, and child that can't emotionally handle Caitlin Clark.
I also she was playing the Buckeyes, and the Buckeyes, the real estate that the Buckeyes take up in her head, she is so fucking. She goes into every Ohio State game rattled. She's just like, she can't stop thinking about Ohio State. She assaults various Ohio State people. It's kind of ridiculous, and I do hope. I say this sincerely. I hope she gets the help she needs. Because it's gotten out of control.
How does she make bail from the first one to get to play in the second one? I'll never know. But yeah, she passes the Pete Maravich scoring record. Now, there's also a second element to this where people on Twitter or dudes were like, they saw the record and they were like, God damn, Pete Maravich scored that many points on that 3-point line, and immediately people were like, you sexist piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's just the way the world works. Like, hold on. Yeah. It's still impressive. That motherfucker scored 44 points a game with no 3-point line, no shot clock.
But his efficiency, what was his true shooting percentage? What was his usage rate, though, Brandon? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think it was severe.
What was his effective field goal percentage as compared to?
Did you ever watch that movie, The Pistol, coming up?
I probably did. I don't. My dad Pistol Pete's my dad's favorite player of all time.
Okay.
So he just was spamming Pistol Pete propaganda when I was growing up.
So they made a movie called The Pistol like back in 1989 or 90, and it is the campiest, stupidest thing. Now, Pete Maravich had a huge, rampant drug problem and coked himself out of the league and died early. Like he has a very sad story.
Yeah.
This movie was just it was like this 12-year-old boy who discovered black people and discovered that they could play basketball better, and he started playing like them, and it's just
He's the Elvis of
yeah.
basketball. Speaking of tweeting about Caitlin Clark, because I was too. She was playing the Buckeyes. Iowa won. I mentioned that she does have a problem. Like when she plays Ohio State, like something. She's a great player, and I love watching her play. But it is a little unbecoming that when she plays Ohio State, she just gets mentally rattled. And it was funny because a lot of Iowa fans misinterpreted what my emotions were.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to clarify. I was not mad. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally laughing when Ohio State was losing to Iowa yesterday because it was funny to me that that whole game was predetermined and that every time Ohio State went on, really it was like a 5-0 run.
Yeah.
Every time Ohio State went on any sort of run, the refs were like, "Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm going to make up a call." And Iowa fans, I called them Iowa State. That's funny. Fox did the same thing.
Yeah.
Iowa fans, they thought that I was saying these things because I was mad, but I wasn't. I just wanted to clarify that. I wasn't mad at all.
Well, here's the thing, and I know you weren't mad.
I was.
We were texting, you were like, and I was like, "Are you mad?" And you said no.
I FaceTimed you, and I was smiling.
Yeah.
I was actually smiling the
Yeah.
whole time.
You were eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, you were doing the most fun things I've ever seen.
Right.
Were you on a Ferris wheel?
No, it was a merry-go-round, but it was like it was a weird angle, so it looked.
It did look Ferris-ish. The thing about Iowa fans, and this is from personal experience. The thing about Iowa fans, a lot of people don't know, they're the biggest pieces of shit in the fucking world.
All right. You ever see? Let's go ahead and clip that. Put that out. And, drive up.
No, don't do that. I don't want to spend that. I want to be fighting with Cadens and Jadens all day.
Mary from Des Moines.
Yeah.
Who wants you to know that Caitlin Clark is her.
She is her though. That's indisputable.
She's her. I think she might be him, dude.
She could be him. She could be him and her.
Him and her. Yeah. She might be.
If she
She's
stays
getting
him,
there.
does she stay her?
I think now that she beat Pete Maravich, she might be him. I think she played her way into him status.
So Caitlin Clark is him.
She might be. Yeah.
Well, who's her?
They.
Yeah.
So is Zach Edey? Is Zach Edey her?
Zach Edey might be her, and Caitlin Clark might be him.
Yeah.
It's a discussion we have to have, and people have been putting it off for too long. I think it's at our doorstep. We have to have this discussion.
If we're making Iowa fans mad, let's go ahead and get Purdue fans.
Get Purdue
Let's call
fans.
Zach Edey is her.
her.
So who's him and who's her? We do need to crown him and her. I think Caitlin Clark might be him.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude.
She himmy.
Himmy Clark.
She's got that they in her.
Now, I'm just thinking about Zach Edey versus Brittany Griner now. How that would go. That's just been popped in my head.
Why?
You talking basketball?
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. Have you seen the? I'm sure you have, because you're a YouTube savant. You've seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
The video of Pete Maravich with Red Auerbach, where Pete Maravich is trying to blast his balls off with the basketball.
Yeah, he's doing the. I actually watched when I was going to camps. When I was going to basketball camps at like 11 or 12, that was the video they would show us.
Yeah.
Pete had a round of like, he would do that. He would throw it between his legs. He would like
smash it between his legs.
He had a
fast.
drill where he would put it on the back of his neck, or somebody would hold it there, and his hands are in his front, and they had to drop it, and he would catch it, shit like that. Pistol Pete has a treasure trove of like 1980 to 90 videos that are just unbelievable.
Yeah, shit.
You ever watch his horse competitions?
No.
They used to have, like MLB had the home run derby.
Oh. I'm so poor. I swear to God, I'm so Mr. Ed lives in my head so much that I literally thought you were talking about like
equestrian.
Yeah, that Pete Maravich was doing shit with.
No, he might have
horses.
But no, they played. He had a horse competition.
I got you now.
Yeah. That's a horse is a game.
Right. I should have very easily understood what you were talking about, but unfortunately, we live in a Mr. Ed world.
We do.
Where
this show is run by.
I was
Mr.
like, holy
Ed.
shit! Did he play a horse 1-on-1? Pistol Pete?
I had a. God, I wonder how much we missed that by. Mr. Ed was like famous in like 1960 to 66. Maravich came a little bit later. We missed a Mr. Ed Pistol Pete game by about 2 years.
Pistol Pete is playing Mr. Ed in horse.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ed dominates him.
Yeah.
Because he's a horse and he understands the game
Yes.
at a level Pistol Pete will
And
never get
we invented the
it.
game. Who would Pistol Pete? No. I'm sorry. Who would Mr. Ed have played in horse? Bob Cousy?
Mr. Ed was
1962. Let's say 1962.
Yeah. Bob
Play
Cousy.
Oscar Robertson? I don't know.
No, he would have played Bob Cousy, yeah.
Yeah, because they would have put the white guy on too.
Yeah, that's what you're
I
picking up what
forgot.
I'm putting
1960
down. Yeah.
was what you called it? What did you call it? A better time?
It was certainly a different time. It was a different time. Can we talk about Jake from State Farm for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Before you talk about Jake from State Farm, talk about Jake from State Farm.
I have a question. Jake
Yeah.
from State Farm.
Is he him?
I think I might hate him.
How's he famous?
I think I might hate him now.
Why is he this famous? He's everywhere. He was at the NBA dunk contest, right?
The video of Travis Scott walking into the game, you saw this, right?
Yeah.
Travis Scott walking for like 2 straight minutes.
Yeah.
And he's just making his way to his seat.
Getting there.
A lot of people are clapping.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Oh
recognize
my God, it's Travis Scott. Yeah.
You know, maybe they don't, I guess.
watch this
We
shit
are
right
in
now.
Iowa, and then he just
Now, in that scenario, you just watch that. You say to yourself, the person sitting is more famous than the person standing, right?
if you pause this video right now,
Yeah.
right, if the first time you're watching, you pause it right now, and I say Travis Scott at the end of this video is going to dap somebody up,
Yeah.
and I gave you 10 million guesses as to who he's going to dap up, would you have ever guessed Jake from State Farm?
Well, I played this Che game on the Yak long enough to know. Yes, I would have
Melissa
guessed.
Joan Hart.
I would absolutely guess Jake from State Farm. But Jake's just sitting there, like in his front row seat, like, all right, what's up?
Yeah,
man?
he probably has better seats than Travis Scott.
And Travis Scott goes out of his way to get his attention.
I think it'll work.
I have this theory as well. I think Jake from State Farm is in hell. I think we all believe that that's like the sweetest gig you could have as an actor is you just do 30-second commercials, and now he's in a position where he gets front row access to everything.
So you're saying he has no free will whatsoever.
He runs the whole basketball world, but I think privately he hates himself and he hates the life that he has because he has no identity.
So,
yeah, he does not exist anymore. He has been wiped from the face of the earth. He is like fucking 007. They've like just completely removed his identity, and now he is Jake from State Farm.
So what you're
and
saying
there's
is
no
that
going
this
back.
guy who was born, I don't know what he was born. Let's say his given name was Johnny. Okay, so Johnny wakes up on a Tuesday morning. And he sits at the edge of his bed. And he's like, God damn it! I gotta be Jake.
Yeah.
I gotta put on the Jake costume.
Everywhere this
Jake
guy
for the rest
goes,
of my life.
they yell Jake, and he turns and has to like
has
he's
to be
no
Jake
longer
from
he's
State
no
Farm.
longer.
What
yeah.
is his name?
Kevin Miles.
Yeah, Kevin. Kevin doesn't exist. Kevin is dead. Kevin is officially dead. Kevin will be dead
Kevin Miles
forever.
also sounds like a fake name they made up
Right.
to
This is-
cover up.
Yeah. He never actually existed. Is there any proof that this guy existed before State Farm got their hands on him?
Hold on. Did
Like,
he
he
just
was
have a
just-
jersey vest?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did he
you
have a
didn't see
jersey
that?
vest?
Where you been? You got the use check.
Yeah, that was Kristen Juszczyk who made that.
What, you want to make a comment about it being tacky or something?
No,
Okay.
What? I just said he got a jersey vest.
It's got the State Farm logo and everything.
Also, I have an especially big problem with this because it's like a collaboration ad because Travis Scott's just walking with his seltzer, trying to get an ad for his seltzer while.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is a crossover. This isn't just a planted ad. It's a double planted crossover ad.
This is definitely just a
Everything is an ad. Everything we're being sold shit at all times.
Also, Jake from State Farm is a false prophet. I mean, he walks on the ground that the original Jake from State Farm built,
Great point.
who reaps none of the rewards and has been completely cast out from society. He is the one true Jake from State Farm.
Okay.
Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge the real Jake from State Farm.
So why is Jake from State Farm this famous and this everywhere? Like Flo's not at games.
Well, State Farm has kind of captured all of the basketball market, I think. State Farm just sponsors like everything.
Oh, that was Cliff
basketball.
Paul and all them too.
Yeah, yeah, and the Lopez twins are now in State Farm commercial, and basically
Percentage of commercials are insurance commercials. It's pretty
all
high.
of them, yeah. They're either
We
insurance
are
commercials
farmers. Ba, 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 ba,
or
ba,
they're show tunes about
Mhm.
how to make your asshole stop bleeding or something, and it's a bunch of bright colors and guys on sailboats and
Mhm.
picking flowers and
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
The insurance
Those
companies
don't like
all
commercials.
have like a guy to like a number one.
Mm-hmm.
Flo, Emu,
The Mayhem.
Serrano.
Mayhem.
the Mayhem
Mayhem.
guy. But nobody has.
Mayhem guy should be famous, shouldn't he?
I think Jake from State Farm is in more of a hell than Flo is. I think Flo still has a path.
I don't know. Flo.
I think Flo has a
man.
path to like getting her life back after.
Flo is Flo. That woman's never going to be anything but Flo.
But they don't parade her out in the public like this.
She's on every other commercial.
She's on every other commercial, but she's not in public at the extent like.
What if Jake and Flo eventually just have this nuclear meltdown together and go on a murdering spree? Could we rule
that'd
that
be
out?
awesome. Yeah,
That would be
That'd
pretty
be
cool.
awesome. That'd be sick. We'd have to respect it.
They also are kind of weeding Flo out. It's Jamie is in most of the.
Oh, Jamie is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really taking a little bit of the spotlight.
Yeah.
Jamie's a wormy little bastard
He
too.
was a side character too. He was just a role player.
He's on the come up.
Yeah, so Jamie's trying to take over the world from Flo,
Mm-hmm.
and Jake has no such people trying to, because Jake's got his own world.
Yeah, Jake's too powerful.
Although Jake did steal Jake.
Yeah, Jake killed Jake, and then Jake
His
is
identity.
Jake is this is the Santa Claus. This is Tim Allen, the Santa Claus. Yeah, Jake has killed the real Jake and just put on the khakis and polo, and now he's Jake. So I think we have to kill Jake.
Do we become Jake?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think one of us.
We'll share it?
We should spin the horses. One of us kills Jake and puts on the khakis, and we're now Jake from State Farm. But that seems
It's
like
on the wheels. I mean, if it's on the horses, it's on the horses. I don't.
Do you think his friends call him Jake? Like, I feel like he's. Do you think he has friends? Do you think he can exist? Do you think this man can go to like a dinner? Where does he live? Probably Atlanta.
Friday, Jakeville.
Like, do you think he goes out on a Friday night to a club and just like enjoys himself?
Yeah,
Or does he always have to be Jake from State Farm?
I think he's getting a ton of State Farm pussy.
That's his entire existence, and I think it seems cool on the surface, but I think he privately is like, I don't even know who I am anymore.
On the surface, he looks calm and ready.
Drop bombs.
Mom spaghetti?
Keeps on forgetting what something.
Oh crap.
Damn. It do be like that.
Can I counter your Caitlin Clark point?
I don't know that you can, but you can certainly try.
LeBron James.
Damn, dude. You did it. You did.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James scored 40,000 career points.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I told you I'm addicted to Caitlin Clark tweets and just the ridiculous engagement I get off of it. And all you got to do, you don't even have to say anything bad. You just have to kind of say her name and put her out there. Just like, Caitlin Clark, look at
I'm going to
this.
try it right now. We're just going to tweet Caitlin. I'll just tweet Caitlin Clark and see what happens. I just tweeted Caitlin Clark.
Oh, no. You tweeted at her?
No, I just tweeted 2 words, Caitlin Clark.
Okay, all right.
I didn't say 2 words.
But that's probably your biggest tweet. That'll probably be your biggest tweet of all time.
I wonder if I want to start a fight in the replies. I want
Would every reply be Caitlin Clark?
I want to have like 4,000 replies, and it's just like people arguing.
Dude,
about,
what the
and
fuck?
And then it devolves into like the Middle East
I'm gonna
or
quote
vaccines. I want people arguing about vaccines in my reply.
I'm gonna quote tweet yours and say woke culture.
I'm gonna reply both no way and then also reply hell yeah.
Let's see.
All right.
Play both sides.
Woke culture. Run amok.
woke culture run amok.
Amok is one of those all-time words that just shouldn't be spelled like that, right?
Yeah, and amok can only be ran.
It can only be ran.
You can't do anything else with amok.
You can't drive amok.
You can only run amok. My
Uh,
plane takes off in a few seconds. Please remember to enjoy mostly sports. #family. Where's Liam going?
I have no idea.
He and Mincy
Oh,
are
yes.
going to a tennis tournament this week.
In West Palm Beach,
Really?
Okay.
the Big Two.
All right.
What a combo. Wait,
what?
Mincy? Isn't it a Wake Up Mincy week? Or no?
It is.
I think it's getting skipped.
No, what?
Or is it on the
Well,
road?
I think
Doesn't
this is
sound
something
like
for
Mincy.
this is like a sponsored deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Whereas Wake Up Mincy has no sponsors.
Well, it's still blue.
Coffee.
Oh, yeah. And it has Brick Watch and it has Dude Wipes.
Should we do this the Cell Blue ad this week? Maybe we can broker a deal where we get the Cell Blue ad.
Yeah, I'll go to.
Should we do Wake Up Mincy on this show? Like we'll do it for him. Like since he can't do it, we'll just pause the show like 20 minutes in.
9:15.
Yeah, and we'll do 10 minutes of Wake Up Mincy.
We could
for
do
him.
that. We need the branding and all that. We need all that stuff.
Yeah.
So as
back to LeBron James.
As much as I'm addicted to Caitlin Clark tweets and everything, I'm also addicted to LeBron James and Michael Jordan debates online. I love them so much because they might be the dumbest thing we do as a sports society. At the very worst, we're watching a guy finish up his career who's a top 5 player all time. That's at very worst. And the whole time we're just shaking our fists at each other like, he'll never be Michael Jordan. He'll never be this.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like a couple years ago I said that exact thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't feel that way anymore, but I did.
I think I just rattled my brain a little bit. I'm having trouble seeing it.
I need to go lay down.
Yeah, I might have to go take a little nap. I think mayhem just got me. He scores 40,000 points.
Mm-hmm. Last night?
That would be a record.
That's crazy.
He is. I'm gonna make a statement about LeBron James, and I don't know if you're ready for it. Great player.
Mm-hmm.
Great player. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do this with LeBron until he retires?
I think so.
Because this does have the Caitlin Clark feel to it of like, didn't he already break the record? Like, why?
Well, he broke the record, but now he hit a milestone, 40,000 points. The record was like 39.
But every time he scores a point, he's hitting a milestone.
Yeah, but this is not a round number. 40,000 is a round number. 40,673 is not a big.
It's all arbitrary if you really think about it.
Well, everything is if you really think about it.
Yeah. So
like the Indy 500, there's no reason for it to be 500.
That doesn't make a lick of sense.
That's arbitrary.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
I was just looking at what was behind you.
Shut the fuck up.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Why don't you try something new for a change? Shut the fuck up.
I'll tell you what, Caitlin Clark.
Now these are fighting words. Now I have no choice but to kick your ass.
No,
I mean, it is crazy. It's 40,000 points. It's a ton of points. I don't mean to say it's not an impressive feat. I just like, is this what we are going to do? Because he's going to score 41,000 points. Do we have to do it at 41,000? Probably. And then here's a question for you: Are we going to
believe in something?
Are we going to do it at 42,000?
Why don't you enjoy life one time? Just one time, enjoy life. And hey, Mark, come out here to the world. It's. I think you'll like it out here.
How do you reconcile being the biggest LeBron James stan on planet Earth, and also being the biggest Caitlin Clark hater? Because Caitlin Clark flops, but LeBron does.
See,
he flops even more than Caitlin Clark.
Because that's the rub right there. I don't have to reconcile it. I can just do what I want. I can just do what I want. Because let me tell you something. LeBron James is a top 2 player of all time. He's incredible, and he is one of the most underappreciated superstars we've ever had. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, a flopping-ass diva. So, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Oh, my God.
Can I ask you what it's going to take for you to say LeBron's the best player of all time?
Not much. I think it's 1A, 1B at this point. I think if you – Michael has 6 rings. LeBron has 4. And for a lot of people, the argument stops there. And I would argue the argument should not stop there. It is a team sport. It is not an individual sport. If you look at the fact that this guy's the all-time leading scorer, he's 4th all-time in assists, he's like 8th in steals, he's top 30 in rebounds. Like, his body of work is unfucking believable. And
but you have him at 2.
I have him at like 1B. Jordan changed the entire sports world, though. Like Jordan became such a star and made the NBA such a wagon and such a like. Jordan was. I go back and forth. Jordan won 6 rings, but he also did it in the 90s, which was not as competitive as the game is today. And people will freak out when I say that. I don't mean on the court. Like, it was very defensive, it was very physical, it was very all that, but there just weren't a lot of guys that were going to knock Michael off that mountain. There weren't Steph Curry. There wasn't Tim Duncan. There wasn't Kevin Durant. It just wasn't. Now, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, and Karl Malone are not any of those 3 guys. Well, why'd you ask the question? Okay, just
I didn't ask the question.
Yeah, it was TJ.
It was TJ.
why?
Also, you're wrong.
About what?
Wemby's the GOAT.
Yeah, but Wemby's just getting started.
It's
He's done. He's reached.
think
the
it's
top
over?
mountain. Yeah, he's the GOAT.
He is doing things.
And
now.
I know
He's doing things.
And
now.
I'm starting to get close to the Mark Titus take where it's so impressive that it's unimpressive. And
Thank
I
you,
don't
Ebo.
care.
Thank you, Ebo. People are coming around on this.
It's
People
so-
are coming around on like Wemby hitting step back threes is like actually not cool. It's more horrifying than it is cool.
I was.
And that was my. I'm not like I'm not saying he's not good. It's the opposite. I'm saying that like he's so good that it's like not good for basketball. That like this is not. I don't watch that and go, that's fucking sick, dude. I say, this is terrifying, on multiple fronts.
That's fucking sick, dude.
No, you'll the time will come where you'll say this is terrifying, and it's probably going to come in like a couple Olympics when France beats us by 40. When we send all.
Wait,
our
we're gonna
best
let him play
players-
for France?
He's probably gonna end up playing for Team USA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ours now. What
figure out a
the
way
fuck?
to-
We can't let him play for France.
We have to give him citizenship now.
Didn't we take? We took. Who did we take? Did we take Hakeem Olajuwon one time?
We took Hakeem Olajuwon. We took Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
yeah.
We took Joel Embiid for these Olympics.
So
Yeah.
what are we talking about? We can't let France have him back.
But yeah, I think it's Victor Wembanyama is like artificial intelligence, you know, where I think we all thought it was sick that like
yeah.
Siri could tell you what song is playing,
Mm-hmm.
but now Siri's fucking your wife, and it's like that's too much. You've crossed the line, Siri. You know what I mean?
I now have a dream of a U.S. Olympic team anchored by Wemby featuring Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic,
Giannis,
We just need a guard, right? Well,
Wemby, and
oh, hell, throw in a guard from America. Why not?
TJ McConnell. We have TJ.
All right.
Yeah, Wemby is you feel it, Ebo. You're starting to feel that a little bit.
I mean, he
blows
so
with the wind, though.
It's so impressive, like the eye test and the advanced metrics love him so much that it's like you marry those two things. He's going to be doing what Luka's doing. He's going to have 40 points a game, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 blocks, 5 steals, or something. That's where I'm seeing it going.
That's fine,
And
but
there's no going back.
I just want him to dunk from the 3-point line.
He's throwing the basketball down.
I know.
Step back threes.
He has to do the dunk contest, right? At some point.
Just do normal dunks, but do it looking like him.
Yeah. Just walk up to the rim, jump
think-
as high as you can, and
Yeah.
then dunk the basketball, and everyone will be like,
Like it's
holy
a little
fucking
tight,
shit.
too.
Yeah.
I think a
Holy shit.
him doing a 360 would last like a week and a half. A windmill. He's higher. He's taller than the actual.
I wanted to see Kenny George comes to mind. Do you remember that guy? He played at UNC Asheville.
I think he played at UNC
Yeah.
Asheville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 7'6" or 7'7" or something.
Mhm.
I think he has foot amputated.
He had his foot amputated. Yeah, I think he played at UNC Asheville, right, and had his foot amputated.
No, I believe he played. I don't think he played like Wake Forest. I think it was west of there. I think he played
Okay.
at UNC Asheville.
I remember he could dunk without jumping,
Mhm.
and I thought a guy like that should enter the dunk contest. Would you give that 0 or
Nobody
50?
else could do it.
Would you give it a 10 or a 0 if you were the judge and a guy walked up and dunked without jumping?
Similar.
Shit.
Yes, simple.
Yeah, he was.
I think I'm.
Because there's really no in between. Either you're like,
Yeah.
that's the coolest shit ever,
Or
or
he's
like,
not even
that was
trying.
the lamest, dumbest thing I've ever seen.
In my mind, it's a 50.
I think so too.
I mean, look at that shit.
I think so too. I think being that casual about it and just walking up and dunking, that's a. Can Wemby do that? Do we have how?
He's got to be close.
There's got to be a picture of him reaching up as high as he can on the
Holding
rim.
the rim.
He can 100% just palm the rim
There's
from a stand.
there's got to be a video of him.
Dunking.
Maybe he
flat-footed.
like dunks and he's pulling the rim down
Mhm.
and then he's on the ground and the rim's like bent down.
Oh, you think he's strong enough to do that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
He's so freakishly large. Like he is something like you go to like Ripley's Believe It or Not, and it's like they have like the world's shortest man and the world's tallest man,
Yeah.
and instead the world's tallest man is also like an elite level athlete that plays basketball.
Here's a question: do you go to Ripley's? Believe it or not,
Yeah,
I don't think you do.
I've been.
I've been, yeah.
is that something you do?
Shout out Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg.
There's one in Times Square next to Madame Tussauds.
Is that the wax
Which-
bitch?
Yeah.
Madame Tussauds is just these
things look like
like
people you know.
celebrities.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
But not 100% like them.
Take a picture with this ball of wax that looks like Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
But also sometimes it might be Tom Cruise and they're doing one of those hidden camera pranks.
Damn.
What are the odds on that?
You have to consider
Damn.
that.
Carmelo Anthony did it one time. Do you know that video I'm talking about?
Therefore,
You never know if it
So
could
it
be one of
happened
those
one
celebrities.
time for our video, and you think it just could happen from now on.
You don't know if you don't
never
go.
know.
What percentage of Madame Tussauds goers have seen an actual celebrity in Madame Tussauds?
Probably 0.02%.
No.
Who could pull off
Howie
that
Mandel.
stunt? The Howie Mandel?
he looks like wax, kind of.
Yeah,
Mike
that's
Myers.
a good answer.
Mike Myers probably lives inside a Madame Tussauds.
Doing it long term would be way funnier. Like did it for like 6 months.
You got a
and
residency
no one
at Madame
noticed.
Tussauds.
Or no, there's
We're gonna
No,
go see
everybody-
Mike Myers.
everybody knows, but you have to just stand. It's like a residency. You're doing, Mike Myers does a resident. Everybody knows he's living there,
Dude, Mike Myers is there from 2 to 5 today.
but he can't engage with the fans. He just has to stand still, and we're all taking pictures of him. Doing a 6-month residency at Madame Tussauds Times Square.
By the way, that the Kenny George guy, he's from this area. Gold Coast.
Okay.
He's from Gold Coast.
Yeah, if we wanted to, I don't know.
There's 7 million
You wanna
people
get
in
him
this
on the
metro
show?
area. I would assume a lot of people are from here.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like 10 minutes away. Oh, whatever.
We should book him for Jerry's Arch Madness.
Oh, Jesus.
Why don't you tell us about Visible, Brandon? Would you go ahead? Tell us about. Go ahead and tell us all about Visible.
Visible is this is a good sentence. Visible is your escape plan from wireless traps. On Visible, you get one-line wireless with unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon for just $25 a month, taxes and fees included. You get one-line wireless for $25 a month, taxes and fees included. Visible is transparent. You know, I didn't just read that twice. They wrote that twice. I just like to point that out.
You did read
You
it.
did read it twice.
I did read it twice, but I read both lines once. It was on the sheet twice is what I'm trying to tell you. Visible is transparent wireless, an escape plan from wireless with hidden fees. Switching to Visible, you're thinking it's a brainer, right? No, it's a no-brainer. They've got unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon. Switch now at Visible.com. Switch now at Visible.com.
I might have messed up writing the ad out.
You think so?
Yeah. Read it again. Just read it 3 times.
You want me to read? I'm gonna
Give them their money's worth.
I'm going to read it verbatim. Visible is your escape plan from wireless traps. On Visible, get one-line wireless with unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon for just $25 a month, taxes and fees included. One-line wireless for $25 a month, taxes and fees included. Visible is transparent wireless, an escape plan from wireless with hidden fees. Switching to Visible is a no-brainer. Unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon. Switch now at Visible.com. Switch now at Visible.com.
Well, hammer that point home.
Switch now at Visible.com.
$25 a month, taxes and fees included.
One-line wireless? Is that what
One-line
you're talking
wireless.
Sounds like a
Switch now at Visible.com.
Yeah, that is not a brainer. That's
Is that a brainer?
about? No, it's not a brainer.
I like that.
I like that a lot, yeah.
This is a real brainer right here.
Brainer.
I hesitate to say the next sentence I'm going to say. Should I say it?
No, be careful, Brandon. Check. We are live.
Sydney Sweeney.
Mm.
I'm
there
going to write it down.
Is there a sound effect, perhaps, that you'd like to attach to that statement?
Boing? Is that Can I say that line right there? The one we were talking.
Will I get canceled for this?
Yeah, I think you're fine. I think you could try it.
I'm just wondering. Saturday night she hosted Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
She hosted Saturday Night Live, and then the next day they put out a video of her simply saying, "I had a good time. Thanks to my musical guest, everything."
Get the dump button ready, TJ. Go ahead.
Thank you. That video did 175 billion views yesterday. Just her saying thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Did titties peak this weekend? Was this the peak of titties? Is this the high water mark for titties?
I think it was the comeback.
The comeback.
Yeah.
Really?
I think early 2000s titties were really, really big. Then ass had kind of a moment where
Yeah.
people were,
Oh, ass is out.
All
now.
right.
yeah.
All right.
Titties are all the way
All
back.
right.
All right.
Everybody calm down. All right. Now where are the ladies? Comeback stories. DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney bringing titties back.
Uh-huh.
Kyle Filipowski. Tier those for me. Go.
Well, DeMar Hamlin.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
These 3 comeback stories.
Okay.
Sydney Sweeney bringing titties back.
Uh-huh.
DeMar Hamlin. Or Joe Flacco.
No, Kyle Filipowski and DeMar Hamlin.
Kyle Filipowski and DeMar Hamlin. But Joe Flacco coming back.
From not being good.
Joe Flacco coming, not so much the football, but Joe Flacco coming back in the comeback player of the year race.
Yeah.
Where he was.
The double comeback.
The double comeback.
So those 4?
Yeah.
So I'm marry, fuck, killing, and then fucking again?
Marry, fuck, kill, and respectfully say this isn't working out for me after one date.
Oh, an amicable breakup.
Amicable.
Okay.
Conscious uncoupling.
So I'm going to marry Kyle Filipowski's got the greatest comeback in humankind. The man's leg was basically destroyed and ethered off his body mere 9 days ago, and then he played in a basketball game. Not only 4 days later, played in another one 3 days after that. So Kyle Filipowski's the greatest comeback of all time.
Windmill dunk. To
yes.
demonstrate to all the that was less for the Duke fans. It was more, I think, for the kids at home that were dealing
Believe in yourself.
with what because there are a lot of kids that have been ambushed and had their legs mutilated and
Been ambushed and been lightly brushed on the playground.
Yeah, a lot of 7-year-olds watching that were going through that. And
Playgrounds are chaos.
they saw Kyle Filipowski windmill and they said maybe someday I will be able to windmill as well.
I gotta go with the titties next. It's been a huge year for titties. I think it could be the year of the titty.
This is the year of the titties for you.
Well,
what else?
brother, all of them are for me.
What other?
And then DeMar Hamlin didn't get that first down, so his comeback's not even worth talking about.
Could Sydney Sweeney's titties pick up the first down?
I gotta think yes.
If you direct, if it's 4th down, and you give the ball to those titties.
I was putting in the Sweeney package.
There
she goes, Jim.
I'm not a Sydney Sweeney hater. To me, I think we are prematurely crowning Sydney Sweeney. I think her resume.
I mean, she's the MVP. Right?
No, Sydney Sweeney right now is like Luka Doncic, where of course she's a young prospect. She had a lot of hype coming in. She's delivering on the hype.
She's living up to it.
We all agree that she is she's going to make the Hall of Fame someday, but I think there's a long road ahead of her to be considered the GOAT. And I think people like you that are prematurely crowning her the GOAT because she went on Saturday Night Live, it's a little reckless. It's a little disrespectful to the legends that came before her.
Her advanced metrics are off the fucking chart.
Right, but
We've never seen anybody performing at this level.
But she's got to stay healthy. That's a serious concern. It's like there have been a lot of prospects that have shown promise at a young age, but the mark of the true great is the longevity of as Jake Malisic said. How's the saying go? Availability?
Yeah, that's true.
I
don't know. I think we have to appreciate
and
what's
that's
in front of
why
us.
I don't want to premature crown. I don't want to prematurely crown her. However, I will concede that she's making a lot of noise. She's making a lot of noise early in her career.
It's a historic season.
It's a historic season. And yeah, I do think that like 20 years from now, we might look back on this as like one of the great all-time runs for like a young prospect. But there are way too many people that are saying, "Is she the GOAT?" And I think we need to pump the brakes on that.
I'm just gonna enjoy the ride.
Selma Hayek might be my GOAT.
Well, that's crazy.
I mean, she is.
She 90?
Dude, she's still throwing heat too. She's still
throwing heat.
She's
today?
LeBron. Is she the LeBron James of? What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
I'm so.
Did you actually watch Saturday Night Live?
Oh, fuck no! I only saw the video of her saying, "All right, thanks everybody, thanks to the musical guest," and then I saw the video everybody else saw.
I think Sydney Sweeney is she's got to dial it back a little bit. I think she's got to pick and choose her spots.
Well, I'll tell you another.
I think her usage rate's too high. I think she's got to get more assists, get more I think she's got to share the ball a little bit more.
I don't think she'll be too tired come playoff time.
I think her usage rate is way too high right now. I think every time she's getting in front of a camera, she's fucking smashing the pedal to the metal and she's trying to win the NBA championship every time she takes the floor. And you cannot win NBA championships in February in Sacramento.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You gotta see the bigger picture. You gotta do a little load management. You know what I mean? And I think she is. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not calling this a prediction. She, to me, though, is a candidate of a star that burns too brightly too fast, and she's got to tone it back.
Just enjoy something one time.
I am
enjoy what we're seeing.
That's what I'm trying. I'm concerned that we're not. I'm looking out for the greater good, which is like I want to see this for decades.
I do want to know what it was like last Monday when she got to Saturday Night Live. When she got to New York, she sits down in the writers' room for the first time, and whoever the producer is, Lauren Michaels or whatever, he's like, all right, guys, we got beautiful Sydney Sweeney here. Let's just throw some ideas out. No bad ideas. What's everybody got? And there's one like dude in the corner. Hooters sketch?
Hooters sketch.
We could throw her in a Hooters uniform.
And they're like, Brandon, why don't you expand on that idea? What do you mean by that? By throwing her?
Oh, yeah. So Hooters is a restaurant where they wear tight shirts.
Yeah.
All right, lunch.
Yeah. No, she
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah. College basketball or
right. Come on.
All right.
What the fuck are you trying to do?
Right.
Every goddamn time we sit down, college basketball.
All right. I'm sorry. Won't happen again.
Let's do some college basketball.
Bubble watch. Do you care?
No. And
does the casual college basketball fan?
I don't care now. I don't care now. I think I care in conference tournaments.
Okay.
When the bubble teams are actually fighting for their lives, because right now, like you've got Villanova first four out, Utah first four out, last four in Seton Hall.
As per what is this? Per Joe Lunardi.
This is Lunardi. So
okay.
Who is not?
But might have been Bracketology.
We still have a week of regular season basketball and then conference tournament. Like this could change 20
Joe
times.
Lunardi is
a fucking idiot. Oh, I thought we were really getting after Lunardi's ass.
Is Ohio State? Hold on. Where's Ohio?
Oh, well, they're not in the. Oh, I'll read this. Last four buys, no Ohio State. Last four in, also no Ohio State. First four out, no Ohio State, and next four out.
Does he have Ohio State just in the field?
They must be comfortably in.
Comfortably, yeah. No.
Wait, Kansas.
All right. Well, then in that case, fuck Joe Lunardi.
Kansas State is next four out. I thought they were like good. They're not good.
No, they were good last year.
Oh.
They should. Yeah. Virginia should not be in this tournament, by the way. We got to get Virginia out of this tournament.
Let me ask you a question.
And I can say that Virginia fans that want to get mad at me, you know that I was riding for Virginia basketball more than anybody for years and years and years. We cannot allow this to because what will happen if you put this Virginia team in the tournament and give them a shot, Tony Bennett is not going to change a goddamn thing, and we can't have that. This Virginia team
is going to ruin the Thursday.
This Virginia team is awful. Awful. Go ahead.
Don't look at your sheet. If you over the years, if I say NCAA bubble team, what's the number one team that comes to your mind? Who's always on the bubble?
Seth Greenberg with Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
It's Virginia Tech. It's Seth Greenberg. It's Dick Vitale screaming, "How could they do this?"
Yeah. Playing the toughest league in the country. They're playing Duke and Carolina.
Yes, granted they went 7-10. But
is there one on the sheet that you think is also a bubble team? Because I think Providence is constantly on the bubble.
Providence is constantly on the bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia Tech.
Wake Forest has been on the bubble the last couple of years. Wait, Florida Atlantic's barely in?
They'll be in. They'll be fine. But, yeah, they have some horrendous losses. And I think there is an expectation that they would just rip through conference play a little bit, except for Memphis. Like, they were supposed to be the only team that could beat them. And
they didn't.
And they're not doing that. They're struggling a little bit.
Shout out to the Tishomingo County Braves, Lady Braves. They won the Class 4A state championship down in Mississippi this weekend. They beat Morton. So shout out to the Tishomingo County. Also, big win. They won 37-17.
Okay, so
good defense.
So now we're off college basketball. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were doing basketball. Okay. I thought we were just doing basketball as a whole.
No, I keep making this mistake of pushing the college basketball button and
no. If you want to take the moment away from the Tishomingo County Lady Braves, go ahead.
I do love high school basketball clips. I do.
We're
love
gonna get to
buzzer
that in a minute,
beaters.
right?
We can get to it now. I mean,
I want to give you your college basketball. Let's just
no, you don't.
Let's just give you your
No,
college
you
basketball. Yeah. Go.
Go
with your
I
college
was curious about the thoughts on Bubble Watch because it's something that I think we spent a lot of time talking about, but I don't know how much the fans actually give a fuck.
So I
about
think
which
it's
teams
interesting. I think it is a conversation you can have for the last week before the tournament starts, and the second the tournament starts, I don't give a fuck about who was in the bubble. It doesn't matter, nothing. And you're also it's the only sport in the world, and I don't know the exact number, but these are teams like nationally as far as being good. These are teams like 40 to 45.
Yeah,
on the bubble.
And none of these teams are like good, but all of them could. That's college. Like the parity in college basketball right now is weird because, yeah, I mean Gonzaga's playing great right now.
Yeah.
I think they're in. Villanova, according to Lenardi, which, if we're being honest, Lenardi is Lenardi like the George Mikan of bracketology?
Lenardi has the easiest job in America.
But there are 1,000 guys doing this, and
yeah.
there a lot of them are doing it better than
Lenardi.
But Lenardi invented the thing.
But Lenardi does this thing where he's like, oh, I was 97% accurate last year. Yeah, every single person who looks at this tournament could be 97% accurate every year.
And they are.
Because there's so many teams that are just in.
TJ, go to Bracket Matrix. Pull up Bracket Matrix. I gotta show the people Bracket Matrix. This is the resource you should be using. It's an aggregator of all the bracketologists out there.
Yeah.
This guy, whoever made this website, just takes like basically
sounds like a nerdy Ebo word.
Aggregator?
Yeah.
You just take every bracketology
aggregate.
Mm-hmm. Did that make your dick move a little bit?
No.
Aggregator? No.
No.
I never know what.
Not even a little bit.
What nerdy words?
Bracket Matrix is the. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking at all that.
Look at you don't have to look at all that. You have to look at like it just condenses everything down into a very easy. All you have to do is look at the left, and you see the seeding. I mean, that's the only bracketology you should really.
Oh, so that's the average.
That's the average of every, and then what you're seeing to the right is every bracketologist. And the reason I was bringing this up is to show you how many people are doing this right now.
Yeah.
That there are a million dudes.
Wait.
They're all dudes.
All the brackets.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But Lenardi has cornered the market where like he's the guy.
Wait, just stop right there. Well, no, you've gone too far. Can you go back over. JW, is that Jake?
Jake. It's just
a guy named Jake?
State Farm?
Jake from State Farm, yeah.
Jake Marsh just has his own Jake Snakes 40. How does he get into the Matrix?
I don't know.
How does he get into the Matrix? How do all right, go back. Now I'm anxious. I gotta like who's Lobo? Who's Delphi?
I don't know, dude. There's who are these people?
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Who are the people?
You folks seeing this? You hear about this?
Yeah. How do we get our bracketology on here?
It should be easy.
Well, Jake Marsh was doing bracketology for like one season, I think. Maybe did it 2 seasons, and then he bailed on it. But yeah, I think we have to make Jake Marsh do it because the thing about that is you think you want to do it,
yeah,
and then you go to do it, and you're like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it is easy, but it's tedious and
too many teams,
way too many teams,
too
and trying to split hairs between the team that's 19 and 12 and the team that's 17 and 15, but they have more quad 1 wins and all that shit. I don't know how. Why did college basketball become such an advanced? This is a question for you, Bo, I guess. Why is college basketball such an advanced metrics?
I have a second question on top of that.
When, if you think about it, it's a fan base that should be like across the board. Like every fan base in college sports should be rejecting the idea of like nerd shit. It's like college sports is just like vibes and.
How did you nerds infiltrate college basketball? Is what he's asking.
I think it was
how did this happen?
Ken Pomeroy may have ruined basketball before Steph Curry ruined basketball. Because Ken Pom is so widely adopted now that it's basically part of your resume. Like
it kind of is.
Announcers talk about like, oh, the Ken Pom. No other sport has anything like that where it's like a basis, like a tent pole of your.
Yeah.
They tried it with college football, and that's what I'm saying. Like college
football, didn't let them.
The college football computer rankings.
Get out of here, nerds.
Were thrown in the trash immediately. There was like, get this shit out of here.
Shut the fuck up, nerd.
So you would assume the same people that are college football fans are college basketball fans, and they would reject all of the.
You know why? too many teams, too big of a product. It's easy to get in there. It's easy to infiltrate. Also, when did the net just assassinate RPI?
Oh my God, the net stinks.
The net just walked in like a couple of years ago with big nuts hanging, saying, "Well, you're gonna talk about me now."
Yeah, RPI is dead. The net is
net killed RPI.
But the net makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
I think Ken Pom actually, he killed RPI, and then the NCAA was like, we can't have this third-party guy come in.
So here's
be
the
guy.
net.
So here's our thing that's better than RPI. Here's the evolution of RPI.
Do you think that college football expanding to a 12-team playoff will adopt the way the basketball committee operates, which is to say, right now with college football, when you need to pick 4 teams, it's just a bunch of old dudes basically just pick. We saw it this year, where it's like, we don't give a shit about records. We don't give a shit about your quad 1 wins and who you beat and who you lost to. As it turns out, we don't give a shit about any of this.
Yeah.
We're going to put the 4 teams that we think are the best and tell the public to suck our dicks if they have a problem with it. College basketball, on the other hand, they're breaking down quads and nets and kin palms and all that shit. And it's a little frustrating because I wish, like, I don't understand what the point of having the committee is if you're just gonna let the computer, like, basically the committee just like looks at all the numbers
and reads it back to you.
They read them to each other and then they come up with some sort of average, and that's the field. Are you worried that the 12-team playoff is going to have a little bit of that, where they're going to break down strength of schedule algorithms and shit like that?
So here's the thing about my sport right now, Mark. The thing about it is, I would love to sit here and tell you I know what the 12-team committee is going to look like, or the 12-team playoff is going to look like through committee. I know what they're going to do. I know where they're going to lean. Next year, Washington, USC, UCLA are just in the Big fucking 10. There is no Pac-12. There's teams in the Big 12 I got to learn. There's still – the college football has changed, has had about 75 years of change in about 18 months.
Yeah,
I'll catch up to the committee later.
Yeah,
I gotta put everybody in the right conference. I gotta put everybody in the right thing. Now, Miami's quarterback is playing for this guy, and it's just,
wow. Say that again. Miami's quarterback is playing for this guy, and
exactly.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
It's a lot to keep up with. No, I think 12 teams actually in college football will probably be easier than 4. Yeah, I don't know why I think that, but I do think that. Because I think when you separate 4 and 5, you're separating 2 really good fucking teams. And when you're separating 12 and 13, I think it'll be easier, but that might be fool's gold. Maybe it'll be harder because there'll be more teams. So I don't know.
The lower the standard, the more teams will be able to meet it.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, and the more –
I wish I could say a sentence that quickly. And it just makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's what college basketball deals with, is like every team on the bubble thinks they're better than the other team on the bubble, and you can make an argument that they are.
But you're all on the bubble.
But everybody that's on the bubble has bad losses, which is why they're on the bubble.
I just noticed you just wear a jersey whenever you feel like it.
This isn't a jersey.
It's a jersey?
Yeah, player T-shirt, you could say.
Why are you dressed like? Are y'all playing today?
No, it's gonna be 70 degrees outside, and I wanted to wear shorts.
Connor's
not a Jason Kelsey thing.
Well, no, yeah, I'm wearing the Jason Kelsey shirt because he has a press conference at 1 Eastern to determine, I believe, whether or not he's staying or retiring. I don't know.
I thought they already announced he was retired.
Yeah, it's a long, drawn-out process. I'm just wearing it in support of him.
He's having a press conference to announce his retirement again.
He's going to double retire.
Possibly, but there is also a chance that he says, I'm going to stay. I don't know.
Stay retired?
No. Stay.
What if
he
announces at the press conference he's in love with Taylor Swift? Now we got something.
Whoa.
Now we got something.
Whoa. What if he? Hold on. This is crazy. I know, but like crazier things have happened. What if he's in love with Caitlin Clark? What if he is announcing he's divorcing his wife? What if he's like, guys, I went and saw Dune 2, and you know what would be really cool? Is Caitlin Clark and Taylor Swift. If I
took them to the movies.
If I took them both to see Dune 2.
Connor, you Dune 2 this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
I gotta ask the question we're all thinking. Did you fuck the popcorn thing?
So I did ask specifically. I said, could I get the popcorn bucket? And they said they were sold out. But I was pissed. Dune 2 was overstimulating.
Yeah, it usually is.
And it was
TJ,
yeah, TJ got
did
it.
you fuck the popcorn?
I did fuck the popcorn.
Wow.
Did you get that from White Boy Rick?
Yeah,
Did you have that?
he fucked it, and then he let me fuck it.
You got sloppy seconds?
Yeah. Shout out to White Boy Rick for
That's
the
incredible. Wow.
I wish I got it. I was fiending for it, but no, I just settled for the movie.
How many people think you think have actually fucked the popcorn bucket? Because it's a meme online, but there are definitely people out there fucking the popcorn bucket, right?
I think there are. I think there are
one.
people that have, and there's two types of people that have done it. It's ironically and unironic. Like there are people that are just like horny that are like, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's looking me in the eye. It's daring me to. I'm just gonna do it. And then the other guys that are like, this has become such a meme.
Yeah.
That wouldn't it be funny?
Watch me fuck this popcorn.
If I actually did do it. And then he got done doing it. He's like, that wasn't really that funny. I hate myself now.
What if he falls in love with it?
Ooh.
What if he starts catching feelings over the popcorn bucket?
Has a press conference at 1 Eastern to announce his love for the popcorn bucket?
Read that second ad.
I would love to. I'd love to talk to. Hey, this is relevant to.
Well, I told you.
The topics we were hitting
coming back
on the show today. I want to talk to the people about Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is the ultimate sports lodge with wall-to-wall TVs for every fan. The Twin Peaks Dose Million Bracket Challenge is now open. Fill out your bracket today. TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com. Every lodge has a winner. There's a $50 gift card for top bracket at every Twin Peaks lodge, and the best bracket overall wins free Twin Peaks for a year. Get a perfect bracket at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com, and you will win $2 million. $2 million.
I bet you won't have scenic views at every game, though.
It's like about twice my salary. That's a ton of money. Catch scenic views. Yeah, that is, dude. That'd be crazy. That'd be like me working. All I have to do is get a perfect bracket at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com.
And you could almost double your salary.
I could almost double my salary for the year. That's crazy. Catch scenic views of every game all tournament long at the #1 sports bar, TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com. Enter today the Twin Peaks Dose Million Bracket Challenge today at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com. There you
go. All right. Can we watch High School Buzzer Beaters?
Yeah, let's do that. I for the record, it's not almost double my. People take whatever you say seriously, and you're like it's almost double my salary. It is. It's literally exactly double my salary. So
Okay.
I just wanted to clear that.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Because people take whatever you say seriously.
Yeah,
so
and they will think you make like
$1 million. Yeah, over
1.2.
They think I make like over $1 million.
No, it's pretty flat.
I don't. It's a flat, just right at 1 million.
Can we tell him? Dude, Friday night dinner, me, Titus, Greg Oden.
Yeah.
It was a fucking movie. It was a fucking movie. It was a boring one, but it was a movie.
Greg and I were talking about this. The movie was Dinner for Schmucks. But yeah, it was a movie. I will give you that.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I should be thanking Greg because me and him came out of it better friends than me and you. So
I felt like the Seafood Tower for three guys was a little aggressive, but once it came, like you made the right call on that. Like I fought you on it. They brought it out.
If you got more than two people, Seafood Tower's a move.
Once it was there, I was like, I don't know why I doubted Brandon. This was so smart.
And listen, your snow cones for dessert thing. Going out and getting snow cones together?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
They brought the dessert menu. I said, no. Fellas, let's not do this here.
We're going for snow cones.
Let's go for snow cones.
I rode on Greg's shoulders like a child.
You know what's sad?
What?
I didn't even get dinner with Greg. Yeah.
Is that because you're an asshole?
Mm-hmm. He saw me hit Ben Mintz in the face with a football.
And he said, I'm out.
He's like, I can't associate with such a man. Yeah.
Actually, I think all black people would cheer you if they saw you hit Ben Mintz in the face.
That's true. That's true. What else? That's college basketball.
Can we do that high school buzzer beater?
Oh yeah, high school buzzer beaters. Let's do that.
Do you have that one we talked about this weekend?
I'm so sad.
3 or 4 this weekend.
This is Garen Catholic.
So this is in Indiana, right?
Indiana, Noblesville, Indiana. Yeah.
Oh, this is a
bad angle, but
bad
you
angle.
can tell. There's a better angle. This is the good angle.
Yeah, watch it. All right.
They're down 1. Terrible inbounds pass, or was it? Because you have a theory about this.
Yeah, I do. Okay. So they win the game.
They beat Verbuff, who famous alum Alan Henderson played at Indiana in the 90s. You
played for the Hawks.
Yeah, he played at Verbuff High School. I think Verbuff was ranked number 1, or they were very highly ranked. Big upset in Indiana high school basketball.
So this guy that was doing the inbounds pass, when they went to the bench and they said, all right, Jimmy, you're going to throw the ball in. He said, fuck that. I'm the hero.
Yeah.
And he threw a pass that was so bad and so terrible, it goes out of bounds, and the guy that saves it has no choice but to throw it back to the guy who threw the inbounds pass, and he gets to be the hero.
Yeah, this is one of the few instances where that guy who was inbounding the ball could have scored the game-winning bucket.
Yeah.
So you're on to something here, because if you're taking the ball out, with how many seconds were left? I mean, it was.
I don't know, because I never heard the buzzer go off.
Feels like 1 or 2. So the only way that guy inbounding the pass can be the hero is if this situation unfolds.
You think the guy that threw it back over his head? You think the guy that threw it back over his head was shooting that and thought he was about to go mega viral?
Yeah, like if he throws it up, falls into the stands, and doesn't turn around to see what happened, and everyone goes crazy, he thinks that he made that shot.
They can convince him he made the shot.
I love this shit.
I love a good high school buzzer.
I love high school buzzer beaters.
I do love this time of year because you have these fucking gyms that are filled to the brim, and there's no real – I don't think in college basketball even, or maybe pro basketball, there's no real noise like a huge shot in high school basketball.
No.
Where it's just a bunch of kids just yelling.
Yeah.
I think it's a special – it's special. I think it's better than high school football, actually.
There is sad news with this game, and I don't want to talk about it, but we do have to tell the whole story.
Okay.
All of those kids in that student section are in prison now. They did run on the floor, and they were tased.
Oh.
They were beat mercilessly.
Jay Billis's deputies got them?
Yeah, and they're all in prison awaiting trial, so there is that. The sectional in Indiana that I wanted to go to.
Noblesville.
Oh, it delivered, dude.
Did it?
Yeah.
We didn't go.
We didn't go. Number 1 versus number 2 for the championship.
So now that's past
Number
sectionals.
1, Fishers won with it wasn't quite a last second shot. I think there was 3 seconds left, but yeah.
Now that we're past sectionals, is sectional the best round, or is it just better and better and better?
It's going to get better and better and better, but sectionals is the most intense round, I would say, because it's got the familiarity and it's got the all the schools are playing each other, because Indiana doesn't seed. You said Mississippi does this too. They don't seed.
I don't know what they do in basketball.
Because Ohio high school,
they seed.
Ohio high school football, I think, seeds. So if you're the number 1 team, you play the number 16, or I don't know how many teams make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you might be a Cincinnati school playing a Columbus school first round. Whereas I do like the sectional. I do like how Indiana does it, even though it sucks that number 1 play number 2 that early. I do think I like the idea of 2 towns next to each other playing.
Because it's intense.
It gets more intense, yeah. And they pack the gyms and yell at each other. And
But once again, the Tishomingo County Lady Braves won the Class 4A state championship. Blue Mountain.
Early time to be having the state championship.
We do ours quick.
Yeah,
we do ours quick.
First week of March seems.
Blue Mountain, the smallest high school in the state, won the Class 1A championship.
Okay.
Six girls on the team. I think Tupelo won 7A. I don't remember who won 6A in girls. Boys, Meridian won 7A, and that was good to see Meridian bounce back.
Yeah.
That should be an athletic program that dominates every year in every sport, but they're struggling. Rodney Hood played at Meridian.
I was gonna say they've had some guys.
They've
had some guys.
Yeah, you were gonna say that, and you were correct.
No, I'm being serious. Meridian jogged my memory that there are guys that have played high level college.
Rodney Hood played at Duke.
Where's TJ Jeffries from?
TJ Jeffries from Olive Branch. And they played for the state championship. I don't know if they won it. They might have won it.
I remember.
Olive Branch played Germantown? No. I don't know who they played. But I think Olive Branch might have won it.
I'm not anywhere close to Kyle Bauer's level, but
yeah.
I do remember weird hometowns of.
Yeah, TJ Jeffries, what a weird one to remember, too.
Yeah. I knew he was from Mississippi. I didn't necessarily think he was from Meridian, but
No, he's from Olive Branch. The basketball players in Mississippi are from 3 places. The Jackson area,
okay,
the Memphis area, or the coast.
Okay.
Except for the ones who aren't.
Got it.
Okay.
I'll write that down. I will not forget it next time.
You actually didn't write anything down. You just moved your pen back and forth in
hold on, I'm writing down.
in a writing motion. Well, now you're just making dots. You circled a word.
Yeah, I did it again. It just says penis.
You're a penis.
Yeah.
Sting's last match last night.
Mm-hmm. Is that all? We only had one high school buzzer beater?
I don't know, did we?
Did you see the oh, that's college basketball, so never mind. Talk about wrestling. Go ahead.
I don't want to talk about wrestling. I want to talk about the video I sent last night because I want to see if we're gonna mock these two girls or not.
Uh-oh.
What?
Brandon.
We'll see if we're gonna mock these two girls or not. I don't know. We'll see if we're gonna mock them. I don't know. The video I sent you. When did I send this? Yesterday at 5:53 p.m. It was in the group chat. It's two gals, two track gals.
I did not watch this.
Oh,
You didn't watch it?
I did not watch this.
I saw it.
I figured we would
you're
talk
supposed
about
to.
it.
Yeah.
Don't read the
show.
tweet. Don't read the tweet. Just play the video. Just play the video.
When you put in your mind to it, you know exactly what to do indoors. How was that for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was such a strong race. We were all running so fast, multiple running in the 50s, so I knew I had to go out fast. I had Lika in front of me, so I wanted to be in front, and I could hear halfway she was behind me, so I was like, okay, this is good, now we keep going, and this crowd is so amazing.
When you put in your mind to it, you know exactly what to do.
You serious?
What? Well, serious about what? What do you what? I showed a video. I saw a video. I liked.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought it was.
God damn.
So we're not gonna mock.
What?
I didn't think we were. I just wanted to. I figured you wanted the opportunity to mock here on a Monday. It's mocking Monday.
You go ahead, mock. Go ahead.
I'll
let you mock.
I'm not gonna mock.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
I'm not mocking alone.
I'll give you 5 seconds.
I'm not
to
mocking
mock.
alone.
TJ, put 5 seconds.
I'm not mocking alone.
Put 5 seconds on the clock.
No, I will not mock. Do you want to say it again just in case?
You want to mock. I don't want you to resent me for not letting you mock.
Why would you
need
not
to-
mock?
Because they're attractive women, and I don't. You can't mock attractive women.
you want just in case you have a chance with them
Right?
down the
Yes.
road.
Yes. There's a chance she might see this.
For sure, they're in Europe. I don't know that you're ever going to cross paths with her.
There's a chance she might see this, and if she does, I don't want to blow my chances with her. You know. So I'm white knighting.
Okay,
I'm white knighting.
TJ,
ladies.
I'm going to straight face you play the video again. And if you decide we're not going to mock, we're not going to mock.
All right, play the video. First one to laugh is a certified asshole.
Okay.
Indoors. How was that for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was such a strong race. We were all running so fast, multiple running in the 50s, so I knew I had to go out fast. I had Lika in front of me, so I wanted to be in front, and I could hear halfway she was behind me, so I was like, okay, this is good, now we keep going, and this crowd is so amazing.
When you put in your mind to it, you know exactly what to do indoors. How was that for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it was such a strong race.
You win. I think you win. I think you might win.
Snot. I think trying to not laugh, snot came out of my nose.
Here's a sports story we have to get to. We have to.
All right.
We must. I don't care what time it is. I don't care what you have to do. We have to talk about
Do
this.
it.
The #1 high school baseball prospect
Uh-oh.
in the entire country.
I think he's from Mississippi, isn't he?
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah.
named Connor Griffin.
Connor Griffin.
Yeah.
And I went to the trouble. I did because I wanted to know everything there is to know about this guy. I wanted to know everything there is to know. I was researching him all night,
Yeah.
and I want to go on record. I would have sex with Connor Griffin's mother. I would. If given the opportunity, I would.
Come on.
What?
Connor, not everything. Listen, I know that
Not everything's.
I know your generation is as narcissistic as they come. Not everything is about you, all right? Just because we mentioned Connor Griffin does not mean we're talking about you.
Now, thankfully, if we were to transcribe what you just said, this guy's name begins with a K, not a C.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be Connor Griffin's mother, but a clear distinction, not mine.
Here's the thing. This in-show joke and everything, you just delivered it. Now there's just a clip of you.
Now you can just say it.
But now there's just a clip of you saying, "Oh, this high school prospects. This is the number one prospect in the country." I'd fuck his mom. If people don't know the inside joke.
We're all thinking it, Brandon. We're all thinking it.
If people don't know the inside joke, they're, God damn.
Mark, you replied to my tweet yesterday about this, and it was a much more PC version of that joke, where you were like, "Oh, I'd love to like meet his mother." You just came out and said it today.
Well, I'll be completely honest. I didn't actually look up his mother. I just wanted to say the words, "I would have sex with Connor Griffin's mother." I feel like that's the next.
I mean, we all.
Oh, Kim Griffin. Hold on. Is this her?
I was just.
I mean.
Oh no! Oh no!
Damn it. How are we gonna deal with this, Connor? How do we deal with this moving forward?
I don't know. That's the most bizarre way I've ever seen Connor spelled. The K is
what you can't get over it. You can't
how is that the most bizarre way? That's the second. That's the second most logical way to spell Connor.
No, I mean people spell it with an E instead of an O. People spell it with one N.
Cennor.
Oh.
What?
With an E instead of an O?
No, Connor or Conner.
Oh,
Or one N.
Yeah.
Well, that's worse than
K-N-O.
K-N-O.
N-C-O-O.
Nonker. Knocker.
But I don't know. I would love to, reach out, maybe say what's up, wish him best of luck in his endeavors. I don't know.
Are
You think he cares at all, or
are you gonna have to be a super fan by default?
I think so.
So yeah. I think he committed or signed to LSU baseball, but he'll never play there. I think he's going straight to the pros, right?
He's 41 steals in 14 games.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Are you are you gonna buy his jersey when?
Yeah, I would.
Time comes?
I mean, an LSU baseball jersey would be sick, but if it's a pro team, then I'll figure it out when we get there. Obviously, if it turns out to be like a Mets or a Brave, I'm not.
You could get his high school jersey. I got people at Jackson Prep. You want me to get his high school jersey and wear that?
He's from Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Big baseball area as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude! He could throw a medicine ball against the wall. He looks good. He looks like he does look like he'd be good at baseball.
Yeah.
He looks really good.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Go back to his hat.
I'm going to go ahead and say
that hat.
If you don't want to come with me, that's my favorite Connor Griffin.
Yeah. I think it'd have to be. I mean, the way the brim of his hat tells me he can play ball.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he's wearing a Team USA shirt at 17 years old probably lends to the fact that he can play baseball. Sydney Sweeney and her two best friends hosted SNL. That is, I just want to say that. I know we've already talked about it. That's what Ebo wrote on the sheet.
It's a good headline.
Can we watch the edited video of the curling video?
What do you mean edited?
Sorry. It's edited. It's chopped up between cameras. Like there's multiple camera takes in it.
All right.
But people were trying to ask me if this was real or fake, and it's 100% real.
Yeah.
Kurwa! Ja pierdolę, jakie bydlę! Bober!
Great shot.
That is a great shot. That's a great shot.
Kurwa! Ja pierdolę,
That can't be comfortable to sit on the handle.
No, it jumped right on it too. Like I don't know if that's a male or a female.
People are saying that's fake.
Well, it's not fake. I mean, you can see it. I mean, that.
Ja pierdolę, jakie bydlę! Bober!
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I'd like to see those animals play every sport. Also, show it one more time. Are we? Are those beavers? No, they're not beavers, right? They don't have beavers. What are those?
The groundhog? I put groundhog on the sheet. I think it might be groundhog.
What is that animal?
That's a groundhog.
That's a groundhog. Yeah.
We sure that's a groundhog?
Just like a little guy.
Yeah.
Is it making a weird noise? Like it's going up something when he lands on it? Listen.
Yeah.
Kind of like a sploosh.
Like a splash?
Squishy, yeah.
A sklosh.
Groundhogs notoriously have squishy nutsacks. It's disgusting.
That mac and cheese.
You ever been curling?
No, I've always wanted to go.
We should go. I've done it one time.
Yeah?
It was exhilarating, yeah.
I bet it wasn't exhilarating.
Well, you would know better than me because you've been before. Not.
Dumbass.
Fucking idiot. Idiot.
Can I have 30 minutes post credits to do a thing?
Yeah.
What else?
Whoa.
Yeah, we got to talk about this. Buckeyes are number 1 in the country.
Yeah. And really a long time coming. This is an athletic. This is a team that you can't deny.
We've been knocking on the door for a while.
Yeah.
And
people talk about Michigan, they talk about Alabama, they talk about Clemson, all these other teams. Ohio State, this team is undeniable.
Undeniable. Number 1 dodgeball team in the country.
Number 1 college dodgeball. So
the first ever champion school, by the way, of National Collegiate Dodgeball Association. 2-time defending champ back-to-back, and then the Grand Valley dynasty started.
Buckeyes?
Yeah, Buckeyes won the first 2 national championships.
Hell yeah.
how long has
It's
the Grand
historical,
Valley
man.
dynasty been going?
Since 2007.
How
They
many
win it
have they
every
won?
year since
They've won 7, 9, 11 times since 2007.
Are they cheating? Well, how's Grand Valley winning this many dodgeball championships?
I don't know. They're just
They
really
recruit
fucking
better?
good every time. Yeah.
All right.
Look
Ohio
at
State's
these
just-
rankings. Ohio State, Cincinnati, Ohio,
Mhm.
Miami of Ohio, Akron, Kent State, Bowling Green. You have 7 Ohio schools in the top 13. As I texted you, Ebo, in 49 states it's just dodgeball. But this is Ohio, and we run the fucking dodgeball world.
So
That's
I'll counter
incredible.
a little bit, not to counter because Ohio is incredible, but you got Michigan State,
There are a lot of Michigans.
Grand Valley State. You have Saginaw Valley State. I believe Wisconsin Platteville's in Michigan. You got Western Michigan.
Northern Kentucky's in Michigan as well.
Northern Kentucky's in Michigan.
Illinois is in Michigan.
I think
and
Illinois.
Georgia Southern's in Michigan.
Yeah.
So that's 7.
A lot of Michigan schools.
Concordia, Wisconsin.
As a historian of the game, it's really sad to see how far Central Michigan has fallen off.
It really
the
is.
program.
It really is.
They were sort of like the Josh Allen to Grand Valley's Patrick Mahomes, where they were there every year, number 2, number 3 team.
Put
in the
this
country.
in.
They just couldn't really get over the hump.
I'm sorry. I got to stop you there. Put this in terms I can understand. How, like, Caitlin Clark terms. Like, explain it in Caitlin Clark terms, please.
Okay, so Grand Valley State is the women's points record, and Central Michigan was when he broke breaking Pete Maravich's record.
Got it.
I'm
That makes total
not
sense.
really getting it. Do it for him with Caitlin Clark, but also can you drop a Sydney Sweeney in there for me?
Okay, so Grand Valley is like Caitlin Clark
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
when
yeah.
she's at the best of Caitlin Clark, but also Sydney Sweeney.
Got it.
Central Michigan, just a little bit Caitlin Clark, not a lot of Caitlin Clark, and no Sydney Sweeney.
Got it. Yeah, that checks out.
I'm going to need a LeBron James.
Kevin Bailey, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Kevin Bailey.
You see,
I like this logo too.
That's a devil.
Johnson Stout. That's great. That's solid.
Blue Devils.
you see Alabama practiced
Yeah.
stopping a court storm and then
Also,
lost to Tennessee.
not to be that guy,
That
because
was
I don't like being the
The what?
I don't.
You don't like being
I was
the
gonna
what?
say judicial something, but I don't like being the the litigator
Yeah.
of
The arbiter.
the arbiter.
The-
Thank you.
The
I don't like the arbiter's right.
the judge.
I don't like.
The jury.
Yeah, no.
The executioner.
I don't like being
the
I don't like being the arbiter of court storming, but Alabama beating Tennessee shouldn't be a court storming situation, should it? Alabama's good.
Yeah, I don't think they would have. The only thing is it would have set them up. They would have been in the driver's seat for the SEC, but they've won the SEC. Did they win it last year? They did. Yeah, they won it last year. So I don't think like even that would be enough to. I don't think they would have stormed the court. But
And usually when Alabama in driver's seats, it's to. Oh boy.
My God.
It's probably best I stop that one.
My
there.
God. What else? Xavier Worthy ran a 4.21.
I don't understand why that's a big deal. Why don't all of them run 4.21s?
Yeah, Jersey Jerry ran like a 3.5.
Yeah.
So
So
Am I
did
supposed to
he
be
choose?
impressed
Did Xavier Worthy choose Spider or Meganstein? No.
And the new kickoff rule crafted by NFL special teams coordinators allows teams to attempt an onside kick only when trailing in the fourth quarter. it would require them to announce it in the fourth quarter in advance, and you could only try it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. It has to be approved by the competition committee. But
I don't think that's good competition. I think it is a surprise onside kick is very, very, very rare. I don't think it hasn't been spammed. It's not a danger of the game. Why get rid of it?
I don't get how it's more dangerous than any
Just a
other
kickoff.
play. Yeah. A kickoff's worse because you're running full speed at guys.
Kickoff's the most dangerous play in football.
An onside kick seems like they should be encouraging more onside kicks.
Yeah, that's like
versus full kickoff.
That's easy compared to a real kickoff.
Yeah.
Just catch it and fall down.
You should kick off from like your opponent's 45, but it has to be on the it has to hit the ground before the 30. It has to start rolling.
Go on.
Because that way it's more of a scrum, a rugby scrum.
Go on.
That someone could pop out of than a car crash.
Go on.
That's all I got.
They're going to get rid of kickoffs, right? Eventually, in our lifetime.
I really don't want them
Maybe
to do
my
the nerd
lifetime.
shit. The nerds want them to do the 4th and 25 thing.
Whenever
I don't endorse that.
Whenever we say this isn't going to happen in my lifetime, or they're going to get rid of it in my lifetime, we're thinking like 70 years down the road. But if I said it, it's really like
it could
15.
Could be tomorrow. Could really be tomorrow.
So like the Dolphins, I always said as long as the Dolphins win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, I'm okay. They better get to winning.
What if you die and the Dolphins win the next Super Bowl, and there's a sense around the Miami Dolphins community that they did it for you? Would you like that? Or would you like to be alive to see
I don't know if that's best case scenario, because being alive would be best case scenario, but that's second best case scenario.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. I think that's it. I don't have anything else.
See Michael K's outfit.
The Yankees guy?
Holy shit.
This is a bizarre thing to post on a random Sunday.
I fuck with it.
He's just dressing like that.
I might fuck with it heavy.
Yeah.
He's just dressing like that in his leisure time, huh?
Gorgeous dog.
Cool.
All right.
Shout out my mom, first day of retirement today. Congratulations to her.
Shout out to her.
She's watching the show. Watches every day.
Shout out to Ebo's mom.
Shout out to shout out to all moms, really.
Shout out to all moms.
Shout out to all moms.
But really, the Couch Boys,
Connor, what is this? Like I said, shout out to all moms, and Connor throws his hands up.
You're not the only dude with a mom.
It's unbelievable.
Shout out to Mark's mom.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to TJ's mom, Maureen. Shout out to my mom.
Yeah.
But especially.
But let's all just take a second and shout out Connor Griffin's mother, who raised a fine young man, sure, but I can't do it. All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to we have a lot of podcast listeners.
We do. We do really well on podcasts.
Yeah.
We're probably the greatest show in America.
How do we game the algorithm? I think that's the next level for this.
You're not going to like the answers I bring to the table here.
Yeah, TikTok bullshit or something.
We're mostly sports, of course.
We're mostly sports. Of course we.
We're Casco guys.
We're going to figure out how to game the algorithm. Are we doing like March Madness content, or is that like a Titus show thing? Jokes aside, I know I keep joking about.
We'll need to do something. I don't.
Basketball.
We'll need to do something.
We're doing live streams, but that's like a Barstool wide thing, right?
Well, why don't we talk after the show?
Let's do a bracket challenge.
Because I want to talk during the show, so that way everyone watching.
Yeah.
Well, no, everyone watching feels like they're in on the planning.
The yak method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that method: when you have no ideas,
it's not a
just
very
sit in
good
silence
exciting.
live on the air. Yeah, it's not exciting to watch at all.
Let's bring Nick and KB in. They'll figure it out.
Let's talk through it tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's bring Nick and KB. Let's push the Nick Tarani button and see what happens. All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's how ball is done.
When I left my office that beautiful spring day, I had no idea what was in store for me. To begin with, everything was too perfect for anything unusual to happen. It was one of those days when a man feels good, feels like speaking to his neighbor, is glad to live in a country like ours, and proud of his government. You know what I mean. One of those rare days when everything is right and nothing is wrong. I was walking along whistling when I heard the dog fight. At first, I paid no attention to it. After all, it wasn't anything to get excited about, just another dog fight in a residential section. As the sound of the fight grew nearer, I could tell there were quite a few dogs mixed up in it. They boiled out of an alley, turned, and headed straight toward me. Not wanting to get bitten or run over, I moved over to the edge of the sidewalk. I could see that all the dogs were fighting one. About 25 feet from me, they caught him, and down he went. I felt sorry for the unfortunate one. I knew if something wasn't done quickly, the sanitation department would have to pick up a dead dog. I was trying to make up my mind to help when I got a surprise. Up out of that snarling, growling, slashing mass reared an old red-bone hound. For a second I saw him. I caught my breath. I couldn't believe what I had seen. Twisting and slashing, he fought his way through the pack and backed up under the low branches of a hedge. Growling and snarling, they formed a half-moon circle around him. A big bird dog, bolder than the others, darted in. The hedge shook as he tangled with the hound. He came out so fast he fell over backwards. I saw that his right ear was split wide open. It was too much for him, and he took off down the street, squalling like a scalded cat. A big ugly cur tried his luck. This isn't the sad part yet. That's later. He didn't get off so easy. He came out with his left shoulder laid open to the bone. He sat down on his rear and let the world know he had been hurt. By this time, my fighting blood was boiling. It's hard for a man to stand and watch an old hound fight against such odds, especially if that man has memories in his heart like I had in mine. I had seen the time when an old hound like that had given his life so that I might live. Taking off my coat, I waded in. My yelling and scolding didn't have much effect, but the swinging coat did. The dogs scattered and left. Down on my knees, I peered back under the ledge. That hound was still mad. He growled at me and showed his teeth. I knew it wasn't his nature to fight him. I knew it wasn't his nature to fight a man. In a soft voice, I started talking to him. "Come on, boy." I said, "It's all right. I'm your friend. Come on now." The fighting fire slowly left his eyes. He bowed his head, and his long red tail started thumping the ground. I kept coaxing. On his stomach, an inch at a time, he came to me and laid his head in my hand. I almost cried at what I saw. His coat was dirty and mud-caked. His skin was stretched drum-tight over his bony frame. The knotty joints of his hips and shoulders stood out at a good 3 inches from his body. I could tell he was starved. I couldn't figure it out. He didn't belong in town. He was far out of place with the boxers, poodles, bird dogs, and other breeds of town dogs. He belonged in the country. He was a hunting hound. I raised one of his paws. There I read the story. The pads were worn down slick as the rind on an apple. I knew he had come a long way, and no doubt had a long way to go. Around his neck was a crude collar. On closer inspection, I saw it had been made from a piece of check-line leather. 2 holes had been punched in each end, and the ends were laced together with baling wire. Are you making a mockery of this?
It's sad, dude.
We haven't got to the sad
But
part.
I know I've read the book before, and knowing what's going to happen.
Spoilers. As I turned the collar with my finger, I saw something else. There, scratched deep in the tough leather, was the name Buddy. I guessed that the crude, scribbly letters had probably been written by a little boy. It's strange indeed how memories can lie dormant in a man's mind for so many years. Yet those memories can be awakened and brought forth fresh and new just by something you've seen or something you've heard or the sight of an old familiar face. What I saw in the warm gray eyes of the friendly old hound brought back wonderful memories. To show my gratitude, I took hold of his collar and said, "Come on, boy. Let's go home and get something to eat." He seemed to understand that he had found a friend. He came willingly. No, nothing? He came willingly? Okay. I gave him a bath and rubbed all the soreness from his muscles.
Oh, like sex.
He's drank quarts of warm milk and ate all the meat I had in my house. Is this sexual? I hurried down to the store and bought more. He ate until he was satisfied.
I can't do this anymore.
All right, that's page 5. What? Why?
Be careful with that book. Be careful.
But I think there's people out there. I just read 5 pages.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying be careful. And
there's only 300 pages. If I read 5 pages every Monday, we'll end this book.
Don't do this. I think you should quit now.
In 80 Mondays.
I think you should quit now before we get too deep into this.
Well, I'm in too deep. I'm trying to keep all the blood in my head.
Why do we have Where the Red Fern Grows?
I don't know. Connor bought it. Why'd you buy it? Somebody sent it to you?
Because I was talking about how my dog passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And somebody sent me in a book about dead dogs. And that was, well.
Seriously, guys.
We're only 5 pages in.
We're 5 pages in. I don't know if the dog. We don't even have dogs. We don't.
Thanks, dude.
All right, shut it down. Connor and Mark ruined it.